Hello, my name is Samet Nieves, and today we will be discussing political parties in the United States. Do you guys know that there are actually third parties in the United States government? These third parties have been around for decades, and some examples of them are the Green Party of the United States and the Party of the United States as well. However, there are only a few representatives from these parties in the House and Senate. Apart from that, there hasn't been any third party that has ever won a presidential election. Why is this? The United States has a two-party system. This means that voters tend to elect candidates from two main political parties. In this case, those two parties are going to be the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. As you can see in the table, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party have been dominating the electoral process in the United States throughout the past decades. Nevertheless, both of these parties have comparable views, and we will be exploring them throughout the presentation. Before we go into the political parties, I want to go into what a political party is. According to the book American Government, written by Glenn Kurtz, political parties are a group of people with similar interests. They work together to implement policies and legislations. They do this by, of course, gaining control of the government through elections. Once they do that, party platforms guide members of Congress that are drafting legislations, and they also guide proposed laws through Congress and inform their fellow party members to, of course, vote against or in favor the legislations, issues, or policies they want to implement or take out. They also nominate candidates for state government, for Congress, and for presidency. And finally, they coordinate campaigns to move forward the voters, which is us, and help. They just want us to help them implement certain policies, legislations, or vote against or in favor of certain issues. Now let's begin with the Republican Party. The reason I'm showing the Republican Party first is because it's the one that is currently in the presidential office. According to an article by ABC News History, the Republican Party was founded in 1854 by anti-slavery activists. The Republican Party has transformed throughout the decades to address, of course, issues of its constituents. Nowadays, the Republican Party is known to have conservative views. Let's begin with some issues. So the first social issue is going to be abortion. Republicans or conservatives are going to be, or they're going to tend to be against abortion. They believe that this is a life issue, and fetuses count as life. Therefore, like any other life, they have rights. So Republicans are always going to be pro-life. So basically, they're going to be always against abortion. Another social issue is going to be affirmative action, or basically how we deal with discrimination. This can be presented as, should race be a factor when a student applies for a college education? Republicans are technically going to be against this because they believe that racially blind society shouldn't take race as a factor when it comes to applying for a college education. Okay. Of course, this piece of information and that example was taken out of Khan Academy, which is an online academic source. Another issue is taxes. Republicans are against taxes. They believe them to be a hindrance to work. They believe that it is a friction in the economy and it reduces investment that could create future jobs. So basically, they're against taxes, they're against abortion, and they're against affirmative action. Now let's go to the Democratic Party. According to the article by ABC News History, the Democratic Party was founded in the year 1828 by supporters from Andrew Jackson. Of course, just like the Republican Party, the Democratic Party has gone through some changes through the years, and nowadays it's known to have more liberal views. For social issues, some of them, again, abortion. Unlike the Republican Party, the Democratic Party see this issue as a woman's choice. They are in favor of abortion as long as the woman that's having the baby or the fetus is in favor of aborting it. As for affirmative action, which is again the way we deal with discrimination, they're also in favor of it. They believe that we live in an unjust society, and by considering race as a factor, we're actually balancing the problems out. As for taxes, they're okay with taxes. They view this as a way to help society stabilize or be more fair. They believe that people that are not benefited, but that are more wealthy and more economically stable should pay higher taxes than people that aren't that economically stable. Of course, this sample is also taken from Khan Academy, an online academic source. To conclude, throughout the years, Democratic parties and Republican parties have been dominating the United States political process. Of course, they do have comparable views, and we just explore them. But we gotta remember that there are no stereotypes. Not every Democrat is gonna vote on a stereotypical liberal way, and not every Republican is gonna have a stereotypical conservative view. We're humans. We tend to have different opinions on different matters. Therefore, it's very normal for a Democrat to have a conservative view or a Republican to have a liberal view. We just have to be thankful that our Constitution allows this. As for why people vote the way they do and they choose primarily Republican and Democrat, just remember, we always have a two-party system. So people are going to tend to go towards the party that's going to go towards, or that's certain to win the presidential seat. So thank you for taking that time out of your schedule. Have a nice day.